Welcome back, everybody. And oh look, it's an old friend, Tella! Tella!
Cecil? What brings you here? Wait, you seek Meteor as well?
Meteor?
You know about Meteor?
That means you're Tella! Hey, old man, am I right?
Don't be rude. You stand before the great sage himself.
Because that's what Balam is.
It is an honor to meet you, Sage Tella. We came here from Mysidia under the orders of our elder.
Yeah, we're spying on...
That was a little delayed.
Excuse me. As I was saying, we're just serving as a guide for Sir Cecil. My name is Porum.
And I'm Balam, the city's most exalted mage. I've heard a lot about you. Kids from Mysidia, eh? Cecil, where are Rydia and Edward?
We were attacked by Leviathan on our way to Baron, and...
What? They aren't dead, are they?
I'm afraid so. And Golbez has captured Rosa.
Bet you that's his girlfriend.
Hush!
I thought you'd headed straight for Baron to confront Golbez.
Against the likes of Golbez, my spells are still lacking in power. I've come here to seek the legendary spell, Meteor. I sense a strong aura on this mountain. I believe it holds what I am looking for.
But that spell is much too dangerous. It requires tremendous vitality. For a man your age...
I admit I'm old, but I will make Golbez pay, even if it costs me my life.
Well, that was somber.
Jeez, why are adults so big-headed?
You don't understand because you're still a kid. Now, hush.
You're his exact age, Porum.
Cecil, you have yet to answer my question. Why did you come here?
I came here in hopes of becoming a paladin. I cannot defeat Golbez with a dark sword, and I have longed to renounce this hateful thing.
Who's Golbez?
Don't you know anything? He's the one controlling Baron.
He is no mere man. He is the source of all the evil deeds that have plagued us. So, you've come here to become a paladin, eh? Then this mountain must hold some secret. Just as I suspected. I shall accompany you.
Sage Tella has joined the party, so we get Tella for a second time. Only this time he's not as useful as he was when we first had him. Mainly because his stats really haven't changed that much. So that's kind of a downside. He really hasn't changed in, he hasn't increased in power or anything like that. He is simply exactly as we left him from when he left Damkian. He does get a little bit more powerful, but it's still not worth it in a way. But we are actually...
Balam, stop that!
Stop what?
So now we are at the Mount Ordeals summit, which gives us a save point. And now we're hearing some ominous hissing. Could it be Voldemort? Yeah, it's Voldemort. Always good to use a cottage. And people are probably going to have to get used to this. When I hit a save point, we're just going to do quick saves, because I really don't want to lose progress. And it's easy to do that.
I said stop it!
It's not me! For once, he's right.
I sense an evil presence.
I will enjoy killing you all.
Who's there?
Under Master Golbez's orders, I, Scarmilione of Earth, will deliver you unto the gates of hell. But first, my undead minions hunger for your flesh!
Alright, so boss fight with Scarmilione. And this is not that bad, because obviously the main thing that makes it difficult is all the undead around him. Scarmilione, or in the Super Nintendo translation, he was known as Mylon, just because they didn't know better. Obviously the darkness technique does not work, so it's kind of best to have Cecil attack just Scarmilione. I wanted to just say Scar, but then I'd have to do a bunch of be prepared jokes. Be prepared! Alright, and thankfully Pollen is not as weak. We've had some time to level it. Excuse me. So he's actually a little bit more powerful than Tello. And that's saying a lot. He's a little kid. And he's kicking the crap out of this great sage. Okay, so it's just Scarmilione now. This shouldn't take too long as, you know, he doesn't pull out some kind of death ability or anything like that. And I don't think he has one. I think it's just basic thunder. Okay, so we got another attack. Now, people might be asking, can you use the Phoenix Down trick on him? To my knowledge, you can't. He's one of the few occurrences where if he's undead, you can't kill him instantly. Trust me, when we get to later games, we're going to be using that, because that's a fun little trick. Basically, if you use a Phoenix Down on an undead enemy, they die. So...
What's happening to me?
Okay, we just beat Scarmilione. We're obviously going to save, because we used up a lot of MP on that one. Alright, now it's onward and... Oh, wait.
Ah, fools! My strength lies in death. Join me in hell!
So, this is Scarmilione round 2, and holy crap!
This is my true form. Die!
Alright, so... we got a... This was what was under all the ropes, by the way. Kind of surprising that the horns didn't come out. But it's alright, we're prepared for this too. Because he's still of the earth element, and at least in this game, fire is how you counteract it. So, 1100.
Breathe this and walk as undead.
So, Cursed Elegy is just basically a slow. Mainly so he can get more attacks off. And if you use magic, he's going to do Cursed Elegy. Not really a way to avoid it. But that's alright, because we also have Cecil hitting him pretty hard. Man. Yeah, the Scarmilione voice actually kind of hurts after a while. So, yay! Another round. Let's see if Pollen is probably going to be the one to finish it. 1296. Okay, another Cursed Elegy. Alright. Now that was kind of weak, Cecil, dude. I mean, what happened there? Yeah. More cursed allergies. This actually was pretty intimidating for me as a kid, you know, being first time doing a boss like this. It was kind of freaky. I actually had to kind of walk away from the stage, or walk away from the game for a little bit just because of the look of Scarmiglione. But he's not so bad now. I actually like the improved model. It really works. Okay, Balam's turn is up next. Is this going to be the one that finishes it? Nope, it's Cecil. Alright, we get to watch Scarmiglione fade into nothingness.
How could I possibly lose?
Well, that's that. And we're not going to save this time just because we're really close. My son, Son? Just who are you? This is actually a really cool moment of the game, and you guys will see why in just a second. Through much sorrow have I longed for your coming. I shall now entrust you with my power. By doing so, my pain will only grow, but there is no other way. Cool looking sword, and new sprite for Cecil, because he's now a paladin. Break from your past, and overcome your darkness. Only then will you receive the holy power. You must fight against the dark knight you wish to rid yourself of. What's going on? There are two of them.
Cecil!
Hey! Look out! I love it, they misspelled it. Stay back! This is my battle, to atone for all my past wrongdoings. I will defeat the Dark Knight. You'll defeat Batman? Yeah, that joke's never gonna get old. Now, this is a cool fight, in the fact that it actually took me a couple times to figure it out. But you have to win basically in the ways of the Paladin, which would be kind of like Jedi versus Sith. The Dark Knight's just going to continuously attack you, because that's what the Dark Knight does. He's the equivalent of a Sith Lord. But the way to win, because I'd always get my butt kicked if I tried to fight him head on. But the Paladin's way of doing things is to be stoic and to be enduring. You don't fight unless you have no other choice. So being defensive is actually doing the job. And I like that idea. It really, like, even as a kid, it helps you to embrace the character change that Cecil is going through at this particular moment. Some fight for law, some fight for justice. What will you fight for? One day, you will see. And he dies, because you didn't fight him, he fought himself. You have done well. Now receive my power as light. My final gift. My son, you must stop Golbez. Please, wait! Cecil has become a paladin. Kane's still cooler, though. I'm just saying it. Really great music for this kind of pivotal moment for Cecil. Are you alright? You must be. Palam, enough. This feeling, I can't explain it. It feels so familiar. That voice.
I've got it! By George, I think I've got it!
Master Tella?
My spells. I remember them now.
You didn't before? Tella remembered all of his spells.
Meteor? That light! Somehow it broke the seal upon Meteor!
Tella has learned Meteor.
He is indeed a great sage.
Hey, Porum, I kind of think, Tella can still hear you. Cecil?
We have to tell you something. We're actually,
I am ready to face Golbez. I am doom itself! Come, Cecil, to Baron!
Yes, to Baron. That light. Why did it call me son?
Hey, wait up!
Are you coming? Yes. Alright, and so now we have achieved the goal of creating a paladin out of Cecil. Now we won't get the brooding so much because he's a paladin full of righteous... what's the word I'm looking for? I was going to say, basically he's been vindicated. Or at least in his way. He's been vindicated of his past wrongdoings, and now wants to do better as a paladin. So I like this character change as well as the fight that had to go through it. But now, here's the one downside of this whole process I don't like. Teller remembers all of his spells, right? Well, I wished he would have remembered that he had more magic points because, well, he still has less than Palom. And basically what this does is it unlocks every spell in black and white magic for him so that he can be a sage. The problem, though, is that he gets all the high-end spells, which the game encourages you to use, and he doesn't have the MP to do them constantly. Like in a boss fight, he's got maybe 3 turns, and then he's done. He's spent. And so in a lot of cases, this is where, at least in my opinion, you will use the most ethers in the game, because Tella is just weak. Also, his HP just, they don't go that high, and I get it. They're trying to emphasize that he's an old man, but he just, you know, where he's supposed to be this great sage, and I'm using air quotes, he never feels like that, and that's a problem, at least to me. Palom feels more epic, and he's in training. So that's a little bit of an issue in Final Fantasy IV that I could state. Thankfully, I don't need to do the long walk, because I can use the chocobos. And back to Mysidio we go, because now we need to go back to the Great Sage, the actual Sage here, and report back.
Unbelievable. You've succeeded. Sir Cecil performed brilliantly, Elder.
Yeah, he passed the test.
Come again?
Forgive my deception, but I assigned these two to spy on you, as well as aid you. It appears I needn't have worried, though. Thank you for your hard work, Palom and Porum.
Yep, so that's what was really going on. You're really dense, huh?
Kind of.
I feel awful having deceived you. I'm so sorry.
No, I can expect no less after what I did. You were right to distrust me.
The most important thing is that you have become a paladin and have shed yourself of the darkness you once held. That sword, where did you obtain it?
It was given to me on the mountain's peak.
Is this? Yes, it is! This sword holds the words of an ancient Mysidian legend.
A legend?
One born of a dragon, bearing darkness and light, shall rise to the heavens over the still land.
I'm gonna
actually let this go through a little bit. The moon's light eternal brings a promise to the planet with bounty and grace. So a nice little legend. The light at Ordeals called me son. What was that light? You ask a valid question, to which I do not know the answer. The legend has never been understood. Yet for generations we Mysidians have prayed for its fulfillment, hoping it would bring us the one filled with sacred light. Perhaps you might be the one.
Enough chatter! We must go and defeat Golbez!
Tella?
It's been a while.
We met him on Mount Ordeals.
And guess what? The old man learned to cast Meteor! He can destroy the world!
What? Meteor, the legendary spell, unsealed. What is happening to this world?
I care not about the world's troubles. I solely wish to avenge Anna!
Hannah, your daughter?
Golbez took her life, and I shall use Meteor to slay him!
Tella, you must not fight with hatred. Moreover, you are in no condition to use Meteor.
If I die, so be it! Golbez must be punished at any cost!
Still stubborn as a mule, I see.
Ha! Like you're one to talk!
Nevertheless, with your spells and Cecil's newfound power, you may be able to defeat Golbez. Regardless, we must first return to Baron to commandeer an airship. Very well. I shall grant you access to the Devil's Road.
Hell?
As a paladin, I am certain you can safely travel the bedeviled path. Now it is time for me to retire to the Tower of Prayer. I shall pray for your success. We thank you. Palom, Porum, return to your studies. Elder, please allow us to accompany him.
Yeah, you're the one who said we could help him any way we can. Or that we should help him, I don't know.
Very well. You will both have overcome the trials of Ordeals and returned alive. Perhaps this is your fate. Please look after them, Sir Cecil. Sage Tella.
But You saying you don't want us tagging along?
Actually, I kinda do. I'm sure we can still be of assistance, especially since we don't have a white mage.
Don't worry, old friend. I will look after them.
Very well. Your presence shall be a great comfort.
All right!
Palom? Oh, this is a serious fight, you dolt. The entrance to the Devil's Road lies to the east of this town. I shall pray for your safety. No, for the safety of all that live on our planet, from the Tower of Prayer. Palom, Porum, train well and return safely. Good luck to you all. I love it. He's got a bald spot, and he's still rocking a ponytail. So basically, that's the next task. Now we get to invade Baron. We did need to do a little bit of grinding before then, but basically now we're gonna take the Devil's Road into Baron and confront the king. Now that we have the power of a paladin and the quote power of Sage Tella. That might be the episode title here, is the Great Sage Tella. Because he's kind of, like, as a kid, I didn't mind that too much, but now I kind of do. It's really kind of dinky. Also, the one thing I wanted to talk about, so little fact of the Super Nintendo version, the sword that Cecil literally starts off with was called the Legend Sword, because it has that legend inscribed on it. In this one, they actually call it the Mythgraven Blade. I like that a little bit better, just because I don't know, it does that extra Lord of the Ringsy vibe kind of thing. So I like the fact that they called it the Mythgraven Blade. However, we probably won't be using it that much. We do need to gear up a little bit because Baron is a pain in the butt. Not gonna lie, we're gonna have some issues in there. But as you can see, things in Mysidia, they cost quite a bit. So that's kind of one of the other reasons why we need to grind, is that we need to fill up all the equipment slots, because Della's weak, obviously Cecil is, and if you hadn't noticed, Cecil starts at level 1. So literally all the progress that you had as a Dark Knight has been washed of you, and you have to be a level 1 Paladin. Does this mean that you are weaker? No, but obviously your HP and MP can be higher. Oh, by the way, in case people didn't know with Paladins, you get some white magic in this game. You don't get as much as a mage, but you still get enough to at least be a help. There's actually going to be a point in the game where Cecil has to kind of be the dedicated healer, because you don't have one. You have Tella with you, but Tella doesn't really count. He doesn't have the MP to support it. But now that we are properly equipped, it is time for us to head into the Devil's Road, which we will do next time.